Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Green, and I am continuing with my series of recordings here for uh, the for the sequences and series. What we're looking at today is arithmetic sequences. Arithmetic sequences, okay? So I want to make certain we understand how to use arithmetic sequences. An arithmetic sequence is one in which you will always find that there will be a common difference. Okay, this common difference. That means when I look at any successive terms and subtract them, I will get the same number every single time. So like right here, if I take 11 minus 14, I get a negative 3. If I take 8 minus 11, I get a negative 3. If I take 5 minus 8, I get a negative 3. If I take 2 minus 5, I get a negative 3. It's always that same difference every single time. So if I take negative 7.5 and subtract a negative 9 from it, I'm going to get a negative 1.5. If I take a 6 minus a 7 minus 7.5, I'm going to get a negative 1.5. If I take a negative 4.5 and subtract a negative 6, I get a negative 1.5. Okay? You see how these are working? These are always going to be giving you a common difference between them. That's why they're called an arithmetic sequence. Okay? Now, in case you're wondering, you always take the second term and subtract the first term from it, or the third second. You always go from the furthest one out to this one. It is a sequence that you're going to go in there because you're taking a sub n minus a sub n minus 1. Okay? And wow, negative 7.5 minus a negative 9 would give me a positive 1.5, not a negative 1.5. All of these are going to be positives there. Sorry. Caught my math mistake before I got past it. That's good. It happens every once in a while. Okay, so when we're using a recursive rule for an arithmetic sequence, what they're going to do is they're going to give you that this difference is equal to is written this way. Okay? So you can always look at the previous term and plus the difference to find the next term. For example, we have this sequence here. It says find the recursive rule. Well, that's really simple. I'm going to take minus 3 minus 12, and that's going to give me a minus 15. And I'm going to take minus 18 minus a negative 3, that's going to give me a negative 15. And I'm going to take negative 33 minus a negative 18, and it's going to give me a negative 15. Okay? And then part B of this says use the recursive rule to find the next two terms in the sequence. So I'm going to take negative 48 minus 15, or plus a negative 15. Okay? That's going to give me a negative 63. And then I'll take negative 63 plus a negative 15, and that's going to give me a negative 78. So my next two sequence terms are going to be negative 63 and negative 78. Sorry, had to cough. So let's look at this one here. It says using an iterative rule. Well, what they're doing here is they're sticking in there. They're not using the previous term, they're using the number n, right? So if we got this sequence here, I'm going to find the common difference in this sequence. 20 minus 16 gives me a 4. 24 minus 20 gives me a 4. 28 minus 24 gives me a 4. Okay? So I'm always going to have that difference is equal to 4. Cool? And in this particular situation, my rule is going to be a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times 4. Well, this a sub 1 was 16, so it'll be 16 plus n minus 1 times 4. Let me give you an example of this. If I were wanting to find the second term, number 2, 2 minus 1 gives me a 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 plus 16 is 20. It would find the second term 20. Now, if I want to find the 82nd term, not a problem. I'm going to take 16 plus 82 minus 1 times 4. 82 minus 1 is 81. So I'm going to come over here. 81 times 4 gives me 4 and 324. So I'm going to take 16 plus 324 and get 340. So my 82nd term, a sub 82, would be equal to 340. Okay? Now, several problems in the book you need to be looking at. Make certain you're working those problems. Make certain you understand how they're done, because that's what the quiz is going to be over today. Okay? Make certain you're getting that done. I will go over some more problems during Class Connect. I look forward to seeing you there. Bye.